Suppose your research paper on the improvement of packaging process. Just go to the packaging processes methodology, research topic on packaging method, research topic on packaging development of process methodology. Okay, all these research point of view you need to just read a abstract point of view. What they have to be utilized from this research paper, and what our current concept with the comparison or with the referring of this website or with the referring of this result. Okay, the result reference point of view, the result conclusions or the abstract points is important to publish a paper. Okay, as your SIP also. Yes, anyone have problem regarding the SIP presentations and related to our topic? And I will share today's message only to all the candidates of MBA second year. You will compulsory need to attend our conference for 2 days. Okay, that I know who are regularly attending the classes, who are regularly attending all these programs that have to be arranged by our college. Okay, that's a record with us. That no don't need to show it with the others also. That we are keeping your records. Sometimes it may be happening that you have a problem from your side. It's okay, but try to join each and every sessions as it is for your development only. As per your student development program, all these activities to be conducted for student development program. As that placement is the final way of any of the college, is the final out of the candidates, is the final output of the candidates. As we have also know that they have required that everyone has required a job, or everyone has required a repetitive jobs in the market. Yes, but that whenever we goes to the updations of any of the job, okay, catching of the any of the job, it's not so easy to catch job as we are goes with the simply. Yes, na, you all just don't need to go with the details. Just go our whenever I have sending the messages on the group, just go to read. Just go to each and every message that your learning capability, that your reading capability has to be improved by reading of all these mails. As it's not a wasting of your time. Okay, whenever the openings has to be posted, just go through the job description process, go through the job details. As you are also need to know that how much scopes with the one particular subject, how much scopes with the one particular job descriptions, what they have required, what the industries has required from our sides, what the industries has expected from the candidates. Okay, that's motto behind the reading of any of the job descriptions or any of the job profiles. As some of the companies have required the internship, as I know that you have goes with the internship programs, and you will be go with the final placement point of view, as you are looking for final placement point of view. But the opportunities of any of the internship company is what you will understand the industrial concept, you will understand what the industries has goes with the processes, what the industrial requirement from the candidates, what the industry wants from the freshers. Okay, all these things you have studying from the internship opportunities. Okay, as I also know that preparing the reports from your side, that searching of the data on net, it's okay, as everyone has goes with the same methodology. It's not new to all of you. Okay, that everyone goes with the Google searching the relevant data for your research point, summary internship project on operation, summary internship project on financial analyst. Okay, summary internship project on some of the what I can loan processing. As all the huge data are available on the YouTube's, all the huge of data available on the Google form. Just you need to keep it from the resources and proper arranging with the formats and as you are I think so you are not removing the plagiarism from the report also. I just try to remove the plagiarism, how the plagiarism tools has operate, how they have changing the plagiarism. Plagiarism means what? How they have changes the contents. Okay, just all these things you learn from your side too. That you need to know that what mean plagiarism, what mean duplicate checkers, how they have checked, what are the other than these tools for the removing of plagiarisms. Okay, how much plagiarisms will be applicable for the research paper? As you're establishing or as you are designing research papers or not from the, that your question, but you need to know all these things. As whenever you goes through the company, you need to know these small things. That's management has expected as you are an, a management person, you are as an, a management student, so they have expecting that you know everything. What in the Excel, what in the Google parameters, okay, what in the PPTs, how to design the PPTs, how to insert the blocks, okay, pictures, design, okay, all these things you need to understand from your professional career. Okay, that PPT, some of the professionals in PPT designs, okay, some of the perfect in Excel formatting, as this is required for your updations of your skill. Okay, I think so. This lecture is too much for today, as we are starting our revision point of view for the today's lecture. Styles. Attendance. Yogesh, have you attending the interview? Yes, the analytics as you are working, so you are not going to attend now. Okay. But you need to update or you need to join, you can apply for that position, no problem. Whenever you want, then you can apply from your side. That they have also know that our students has with the capabilities. Mm. Yes. I have shared by today. Check. Oh. Yes, my slide is visible, Yogesh. Okay, this is our second unit, that is project planning. Okay, as you are, I think so. You all are bored with the repetitions of this project management and all these methodologies, processes. Okay, it is simple that you not need to take the too much efforts for the passing of this subject. But the way behind the understanding of this project management is that to develop your project skills, to develop your management skills, to develop the methodology, to develop the plannings from your side. Okay, that for the study point of view, it is very easy to understand. That whenever I always explain that you at any times of the or at the any type of project management process, you need to go with one of the project that will be that it will be easy to understanding the concepts of the planning processes, methodology, technology, okay, management skill, leadership skills, okay, as all these points are covered in whole of the project management. Okay, that it's not so hard to understand the one of the particular process, as I think so there is no any research point of that there is no any difficult point to understanding the project management, as it is simply the steps, okay, the objectives, the performance level, okay, the monitorings and evaluation processes, okay, it's simple processing that you are goes with the any of the subject, that I think so this is also is a very easy to understand the process contents with the utilizations with the uses of any of the practical applications. Yes, these are the contents of project planning. What I mean by project planning? What are the project planning steps? What are the key elements of project planning? What are the project estimations? 6 common estimating methods in project management. Project network, basic network analysis methods. As we are also studying in details, that is 6 common estimating methods in project management. Just always whenever you goes with the board, just go through the processes, just go to simple reading of the 1 to 2 sentences from each and every steps. Okay, what mean by project planning? Project planning is a discipline addressing how to complete a project in a certain time frame, usually with the defined stages and designated resources. On the view of project planning divides the activity into these steps: to setting the measurable objectives, to identify to deliverable for the plannings and tasks. Okay, these are the project planning. As your point of view, project planning is nothing but to arranging all the processes, to arranging all the tasks as per the proper plan structure. Okay, that is nothing but project planning. That in definition is what? Project planning is a discipline addressing how to complete a project. That's whenever you goes to planning of any of the methods to develop to methods to develop a new project in the market, to develop a new product in the lines. At that times you are thinking from your sides and just write a plans, that just write a rough plans for the computations of one definite processes to complete the task for the comparings of the steps. Okay, that you are addressing the processes, that you are addressing the resources to computations of that process, you are addressing the resources technology for the computations of that process. Okay, that is nothing but plannings, that we have required planning for each and every activity, as the exam point of view, as your future corresponding point of view, as per your financial point of view. Okay, for that they have required a proper planning as per your career perspective, as per your management perspectives. Okay, that each and every steps they have required a proper project plan, they have required a proper planning for future considerations, they have required a proper plannings for the conclusion reference point of view, result point of view, because all these are the last step processes but they directly depend on the planning. Okay, if you are goes with the proper planning, definitely the output of the project computations will be definitely successful with the considerations of project parameter or planning parameter. Yes, as any of the project plans, we are also considering two constraints, that is time and cost parameters. Any of the planning processes, that where you we are thinking on how to complete the work, but we are also considering that how much times and cost are to be required for the completions of this particular project. Yes, project planning is a discipline addressing how to complete a project in a certain time frame, usually with the defined stages and designated resources. That the availability of resources are the important parameters of any of the project plannings. As whenever you goes through proper plannings, you need to know that how much resources are available with us. What are the sources to available the resources? What are the type of sources to available the resources? What type of transport were used to hire the resources? What are the difficulties faced by the management for regarding the resources? As you are goes with the proper plan, but you need to the resources, you need to have with the resources. Yes, on the view of project planning, which are divide the activity into these steps. What the steps to setting a measurable objectives, to identifying the deliverable of planning the task. Okay, project chapter scope, project schedule, project resources, project budget and cost, project quality, project risk, project communications. Okay, all these are the project planning activities. I think so you are understand what are the contents are comes under any of the project planning parameters. Okay, these are the project planning steps. Okay, to create and analyze the business case. Yes. Second one, to identify and meet stakeholder for the approval. Okay, to define a project scope, to set the project goals and objectives, to determine the project deliverables, to create a project schedule and milestone, to assignment of tasks, to carry out the risk assessment. These are the project planning steps. For the develop of any of the project structure, these have required planning steps. Yes. What are the key element of any of the project planning is that to identify the stakeholders, to define the roles and responsibilities, to hold a kickoff meeting, to define a project scopes, budget and timeline, to set the goals and priority as goal, to define the deliverables, to create a project schedule, to do the risk assessment, to communicate with the project plans with all the team members. Yes, this is also impactful parameters in the project planning. As a project manager, you need to go with each and every persons, those persons you need to go with and communicate them regarding their problems. Try to understand the problems and solve these difficulties at their level. Okay, so as a project manager, you need to go with the working processes members. You need to go with your teams with the communicatings with the proper communicatings regarding the problems they have faces at their workplace. Yes, these are the key element of project planning. Yes, now we will come towards project estimation methodology. Estimations means what? Project estimations which are considered regarding the financial considerations of the project. Okay, what the methodologies, what are the steps, what are the plans, what are the previous project plans has to be considered in the estimation methodology. Yes, it is the process of analyzing available data to predict the time, cost and resources and also need to complete a project within a timelines. Typically a project estimations which are include scope, time frame, budget and risk. Yes, for the considerations of any of the project estimations, they have always goes with the scope, time frame and budget which are to be required to the computations of that project. Yes, what are the key components of project estimations is that scope, time frame, resources, cost and risk. These are the key components of project estimation methodology. But the two main constants is that the times and cost. As you are considered time and cost as the major key components of any of the project management methods. Yes, in case of scopes that we have found out the future corresponding view. Yes, that we need to find out that the it will be useful for the societies or not. How much they have to be impact on the societies, how they have to be impact on the industrial developments as a positive point of view, as a future corresponding point of views. Yes, that the scope, scope reference that you, as you from your side point of view, you also call that scope is nothing but conclusions, results, findings. Okay, all this comes under scope of any of the project. Second one is a time frame. Okay, as you are considering the time and cost are important considerations, you need to modify your project with the details of the time frame technology, with the updations of time frames, with the considerations of the processes. Yes, and after that, the resources. What are the resources available, or what are the resources are required for the computations of our project? Yes, as there is a no any lacking of resources available at the workplace. Yes, that any of the project they have required a proper resources. Also need to know that the resources are used with efficient and effective way, as the project output is totally depend on how much you have used the resources that you are considering in availability of resources with all these things that have required to computations of that project, that are comes under resources. If you are goes with the proper utilizations of resources with the considerations of time and cost parameter, okay, it will be definitely impact on success of your project. Okay, all the success of project is depend on the how you have to be utilize your resources. After that, cost, that this is the important consideration parameters of project. Cost. Risk, what are the risk faces by the manager, what are the risk faces by the project team, what are the risk faces by the workers, the employees. Okay, all these things are important in the project estimations key component. Okay, what are the 6 common estimating methods in project management? That is top down estimate, bottom up estimate, expert judgment, comparative or analog estimations, parametric model estimating, and 3-point estimating. Okay, these are the 6 common estimating methods in project management. That I will go with one of all these 5. Analog estimations uses a similar past project in order to estimate the cost and duration of existing one. Just you need to go with the both the sentences, that analog estimation uses a similar past project in order to estimate the cost and duration of existing one. Similar past project they have compared with the current project with the considerations of cost and time. Yes, before using similar past project as a starting point of current estimations, be sure to check whether or not those previous projects were successful or not. Just as you are comparing your past project with the current trends, so the current project, you will also need to know that the project has to be successful or not. Okay, if you are going with the considerations or comparing of that project with the utilizations of your project in the market or industrial or social market, you need to go that you need to just verify, monitor, control that the previous project has goes with the successful parameters or not. Yes, because these are the importance in analog estimation point of view. If they were successful, yes, you can compare the project and use previous data to explore the cost duration estimate for your existing project. Yes, yeah, the once you have clarified that the considerations of the project parameters are successful with the current project, with the successful or past project with the current project. Then you are goes with the considerations of the data. Then you are goes with the analyzing of data. Okay, this is the methodology that they have to understand with you, that how much skills or how much the technologies, how much the way how you have required to find out the result from the this analog estimation methodology. Yes, this is the way to find out the result. Yes, nothing is that project estimations. In case analog estimation, they are comparing their previous project, yes, to determine the cost and duration. Yes, this sentence you need to keep in mind. Second one is a bottom up estimations. This estimation method estimates each task individually, starting from the very bottom to the resulting goals, which are also includes an individual task are then rolled up to the top to give higher level estimations to the numbers. This process is good for thinking about how each individual task is a part of the bigger picture, forcing you really take a step back and think thoroughly about what is required to successful completions of that project. Yes, what you understand from the bottom up estimation, that they are goes with each and individual task starting from the very bottom to the resulting of the goal of outcomes. Okay, they have goes with each and every activity which are to be carried out in your project plans. Each and every activity which are to be goes on your actual workshop. Okay, individual tasks are then rolled up to the top to give higher level estimations numbers. As they have comparing that goes with each and every task. Okay, this process is good for thinking about how each individual task is a part of our bigger picture. As a project manager, you are goes with the final output, but as you also think to, or you are also know that how each and every process, how each and every task responsibilities are important for the successful completions of our project. Okay, that we will find out from these bottom up estimations methods. Yes, then parametric estimations. As from the figures, you can judge that what mean parametric estimation. Yes, this method calculate estimates using details data from the previous activities and to use the relationship between variables to estimate the cost and duration of your current project. Yes, using data from previous project which are helpful for calculating a realistic days per the workstation's value. If you plan on using the parametric model, keep in mind that it can be tricky making adjustment to previous estimations with the variety of difference that are bound to arise between each new project. In order to accurately estimate the project plans, parametric estimations require robust data. Yes. Have you understand what mean parametric estimations? Just go with the first sentence that this method calculate estimate using details data from previous activity and use the relationship between variables to estimate the cost and duration of your current project. So these are goes with the detailsing collections of the data from previous project, or also they have to be find out that what are the variables are comes under this project as per the considerations of cost and duration of the point of this particular project. Yes, these are the project estimations of parametric methodology. Top down estimations means what? Top down estimation is a technique used by upper level management to estimate the cost of new project by using information from previous similar project. Yes, it's commonly used in the very early phase of a project where not much information is available. Means what? Inadequate data of the informations. So that can be calculated by using top-down estimation methodology. As whenever you goes with the comparing of any of the project plans with the current project trends, current project plans, some of the data are not available in the proper way as they have required for your project, your current project completions. At that time, you are goes with the top-down estimations methodology. Yes, top-down estimation is a technique used by upper level management. Yes, to estimate the cost of new project by using information from previous. Yes, they have to be use the data. They have to be collect the data from previous project for the collections of information. But the things is that there are some of the inadequate data or inadequate informations are available in the top-down estimation methodology. In that case, you have goes with the top-down estimations. As per the figures, that top-down approaches theoreticals and potential solar winds. After that, the technical potential land covers the efficiencies and accessibility. After that, economic potential, acceptance, cost, legalizations, etc. Yes, these are comes under top-down estimations. What mean bottom-up estimations? As I also know, this is little but difficult to understand all these 6 steps at a time. It has goes with the merging from your mind. All these 6 method estimation. Just go with 1 to 2 sentences or keep in mind 2 to 3 words from each and every estimation methodology. Yes, bottom up estimations means what? Top down estimations means what? Yes, bottom up estimation is a management techniques for determining the overall cost or timeline of a project by examining the work at the most granular levels of the details, which are also compiling all these informations and then coming up with an overall budgeting timelines for a project that can be delegated to the team members. Granular data is nothing but standardized data, is nothing but analyzing data. Okay, these are that we also said that the core data from the processes, that is the core data from the information systems, that is nothing but bottom up estimations with the considerations of the level of granular data. Expert judgment. Yes, expert judgment is a techniques in the project planning process that refers to making a judgment based on skills, expertise or specialized knowledge in a particular area. The expertise can be based on individual trainings or educational background, career experience, or knowledge of the product or market. As it is the simple for the considerations of the key parameters of expert judgment, uh, as you have required technical persons for the one particular machining process. Some case you have required civil engineers for the construction point of views. Okay, some of times you have required technical welder persons for the definite processes. Okay, these are comes under expert judgment. Yes, expert judgment is a techniques in the project planning process that refers to making a judgment based on the skills. Just need to note that they have judgment based on skill, expertise, or specialized knowledge in a particular area. Some of the workings in 4 to 5 years from mining industry. Okay, definitely they have perfect in the mining processes, technologies. Okay, updations of all these things with they have, as they have working from last 4 to 5 years. Okay, these have required, we have required expert judgment, that we can say that these are the, this is the person that are expert in one of these things. Yeah, this is the person is one of the experts in one these things. Okay, because they have goes with the considerations of the experience point of view. Yes, the second one sentence is that the expertises can be based on an individual training or educational background. Yes, both the industrial training or educational background. As an expert judgment, they need to know the knowledge of both the processes. that is theoreticals and practicals. That is nothing but individual training or educational background. Yes, after that, career experience. Yes, that is also important factors in expert judgment, or knowledge of the product or market. Yes, as an expert judgment, they need to know the knowledge of market, product, technology, processes. Yes, why they have required? As they need to know that how much our system has need to develop. Okay, where we want to go with the development. Yes, these are comes under expert judgment. Analog estimations means what? Analog estimation is the process of comparing past project with the current project in order to estimating the times and cost. Analog estimation is done when there is limited data on the current project, that we are previously used with this analog estimation. Yes, parametric estimation is one of the four primary methods that project company uses a product estimate from the cost, durations and efforts of the project. For parametric estimations, the person in charge of the estimates will model or will describe the project using a set of algorithms. Yes, I think so. We will stop here, as the steps are little bit difficult to understand with the considerations of all the parameters are goes with the similar data that they have continuously using that similar project cost duration, similar project cost duration. Yes, just we will go with the another processes by tomorrow our lecture. Yes, at 10 a.m. and we are goes with the morning with the second unit revision part and directly goes to the third unit revision part also. Yes, can we stop student here?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
okay, sir.
Yes, you have understanding from your side or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the points you have understand just goes with the reading point of view also, all these PPTs. The 50-minute PPT with you have or not? I think so. I will share it on group now.
Yes,
Last
sir.
unit PPT. Yes.
Yes.
I will sharing the details of MCQ also after the completions of our revision point. As whenever I goes to the MCQ, you will not goes through the concepts of these processes, contents. Okay, just you are directly goes to the MCQs and read it and just relax as I have completed my study. Okay, this will be need to update at the last point of view, that whenever your exam with one day ago. Okay, just go to the MCQ point. That whenever you goes to reading of any of the MCQ, just go with the read at a one time. That set of MCQ, just you need to go with one times. After reading of all these contents and understanding the contents, okay, uh, methodologies, all these things, you need to just go with the reading point and executive summaries of that unit, and after the completions of the contents, topics, executive summary, then you need to go with the multiple choice question option. Okay, and that will be easy to understand by you also. Yes, we will stop here. Okay, students, thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.